All right, guys, I found a pretty funny clip of one of our favorite newsmen, one of the smartest people I've ever encountered, Timothy Poole, Esquire. And in this video, he is talking about the potential for violence in the No Kings protests that are happening tomorrow. And all I have to say is that it's very confusing, which is not surprising. We're listening to Tim Poole, of all people. But anyway, guys, let's get into it.
A massive protest scheduled for this Saturday. Oh boy, I hope you guys are ready. They're saying
Contain your excitement, Tim, please.
there's going to be millions of people on the streets, and I think this one could descend into chaos. Normally, something like the No Kings protest, I wouldn't think too much about. But considering the violence we've seen in LA, Portland, and Chicago, this is a powder keg, and they are throwing lit tinder on top. Now, they're saying it's going to be millions of people. I think we're going to see a lot of prominent mainstream Democrats in D.C. marching. But the reason why I think there's a chance for violence is because, as I already mentioned, we have this wave of violence across the country.
And not just a chance of violence, right? He says that this is a powder keg. This is a powder keg on which a lit tinder is being thrown on. So that's basically a guarantee of violence, right? Is that what he's saying?
I believe during the day it'll likely be peaceful, but at night, you are going to have the critical mass required for far-left extremists to launch these attacks. Now, part of me says, I think it'll be boring, to be honest. I think nothing will likely happen. I just think this has great potential.
Wait. Which is it? Is there a near guarantee of violence? Or, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm confused. What is your stance on this, Tim? It's very hard to tell.
I just think this has great potential for some serious rioting. This could be normalcy bias or optimism bias, but I find it hard to believe that at this mass organized protest, you will get extreme violence. Now, the idea in my mind that counters this is, as I just mentioned, but for those that aren't familiar, in order for far-left extremists to enact their violence, they need to be able to hide among a sea of bodies. A protest like this allows them to rally tons of people to wear black hoodies, masks, sunglasses, black jeans. Thus, police will have a hard time identifying. Not to mention, in places like Chicago, feds have already been deployed and are patrolling. What happens when these No Kings protesters come across DHS?
Okay, so let me make it clear for you guys. He's painting a picture in your mind, okay, if you're a Tim Poole fan out there, that there's definitely going to be violence at this No Kings rally, while simultaneously trying to tell you that I don't think anything's going to happen. I think it's going to be boring. He literally said that. I think it's going to be boring. But also, this other thing might happen.
There have already been attempts on the lives of DHS officers. They have rammed their vehicles,
which I condemn, by the way. I don't want threats on anybody's lives.
Pelted them with rocks, eggs, and other debris. There have been hits placed on DHS. And where this really becomes disconcerting, with this massive body that will be marching through these city streets, in Chicago as well, it's the perfect opportunity for criminal cartels and gangs to open fire on DHS and get away with it. Now, I suppose if one of these cartel members and gang members wants to collect their bounty, they'll have to be able to prove they did it to the gang member, which means the police could likely prove they did it as well.
Okay.
But they might just say, hey, look, beforehand, they're going to go out and do it. It's them. They want the money. And then what happens is a large crowd of people, and you hear gunshots go off in Chicago. Federal agents get shot. People run screaming. I don't believe that will happen. I think it'll...
Wait. Then why did you concoct this whole story about DHS being targeted by the Mexican cartels if you don't think it's going to happen? Like, why incept this idea into your audience if you don't think that there's a chance of this happening? Like, what's the fucking point of this video, Tim? Oh my God. I think there's like a 99% chance that, fucking Armageddon happens tomorrow. But I also think it's not going to happen. But also, I'm an atheist and I don't believe in Armageddon.
A largely go off without a hitch, there'll be big protests.
Wait,
I
hold
don't
on.
believe that will happen. Agents get shot. People run screaming. I don't believe that will happen. I think it'll largely go off without a hitch. There'll be big protests. Rudyard Lynch, about a year ago, told us on Timcast IRL he believed that by April of 2025, 1,000 people will have died in political violence. He was incorrect, but he went a little too far. But he
Not just incorrect, but embarrassingly incorrect.
wasn't too far off. We have seen numerous terror attacks, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, terror attacks on Tesla facilities.
Wait. Who died in the Tesla facilities?
So his prediction was a bit extreme, but the terrorism is there. I
Okay.
said to him, "You are wrong. I don't believe this will happen." I said 1,000 dead. That's a lot. Because I've made the point over and over again that for most of you, when a revolution, civil war, or other kind of tumult happens, you will see nothing. As I pointed out with Egypt for the millionth time, the videos and photos I've posted on this channel and on IRL, when the revolution happened, you were going about your business. You were at work at McDonald's and you went, "Oh, revolution happened. How about that?" The average person will not notice these things. You'll see them in the news. You'll see them on TV, but it won't be happening right in front of your eyes. That's why I don't believe we'd see 1,000 dead by April. That's why I believe it's entirely possible we do see some shootings or some kind of extreme riotous violence at the No Kings rally.
God damn, dude. Getting whiplash with this guy. Look, I get what he's trying to do, okay? He's trying to give himself some plausible deniability by, making it seem as though that, this violence can erupt, all right? But it's just a chance of it happening. He doesn't think it's going to happen, but I'm also going to say that there's a chance that it happens. So that either way, he's right, okay? And that's what he does with, most of his opinions on things, right? Is like, oh, this thing could happen. It could happen. I'm going to paint a very vivid picture in your mind, but also I don't think it's going to happen. But there's a chance. So if it does happen, he's right. If it doesn't happen, he's right. Every single thing he talks about, he's straddling both sides. We all know this, right? Milquetoast Tim, right? Fence-setting Tim, right? Why don't you actually take a real position on something, right? Find the courage to take an actual position on something, okay? Make a prediction and stick with it, all right? Stop being a coward.